So we had the SID Display Week here at the JDI. And hi, so who are you?
I'm Steve Rablik, Director of Sales for JDI. How are you?
And these are some cool displays you have right here for the automotive market, right?
Yes, they are. We're trying to show some center stack displays as well as cluster and console.
So this is specially shaped?
A little bit special in the sense that it's flat here on the top, goes to a J curve here on the bottom. It's actually shaped, and as you can see on the sides as well.
And what's going on with up here?
Well, let me show you something here. That this display, for example, can answer a phone if you wished. Here's a gentleman.
Yeah.
And what's going on up here is if this was an autonomous vehicle, something like that, you know, we're sitting here enjoying the ride. Well, maybe you really want to have that display being over here. So we just go like that and try to speak to the gentleman over there instead.
How do you do that? Do you just swipe it?
I just swiped it. That's all. I'm going to end it. You know, we could do navigation typically on this display, something like that. We could also draw on this display. You know, remember, we're in a car that's driving itself.
So this is for the self-driving car, imminent future of the self-driving car,
Well, this is
right?
a concept for that, but let me bring it back a moment too, because it's not really only for the self-driving car. I mean, we can do this kind of display. This is a typical application today in the automotive market. Of course, you know, you answer your phone in the automotive market. The point here is that this is a display with our in-cell pixelized technology. There's no external touch panel, and it's also got local dimming, direct backlighting, so it's very black and it's very responsive and curved. These are curved, 800 millimeters to 1500 millimeter curvature, 3 different displays sitting in one glass. And finally, we also have a mirror concept here as well too.
This is also another one.
Yeah, another one with the idea that we really want to have a display for the mirror to be able to have a very nice panoramic image behind you.
That looks awesome. And so this in-cell is kind of like a dream of integrating the touch directly into...
No, I cannot say it's a dream. We're doing it right now. Actually, we're shipping automotive displays with in-cell touch capability into the market today.
Because some smartphones have this, right?
They've had it for about 3 years. We've started that 3 to 4 years ago, in fact, and nowadays we're starting to ship the in-cell into this market.
Is it a challenge to get the in-cell bigger and bigger?
It's part of it. Typically, a touch panel would be smaller in size. Getting it this large is a challenge. Getting it this responsive is a challenge.
Nice. That's awesome. And you have some more demos over here. Let's check them out. So right here you have another, what is this?
This is a pillar-to-pillar concept display with 4 12.3s bonded to one cover glass. They're all nicely bonded in one smooth curve, 1500 millimeter curvature. Again, it's a concept in the sense it could be pillar to pillar, or perhaps, you know, if the vehicle manufacturer wanted to only have half of this in a vehicle. But think about what would happen in a vehicle incorporating such a display like this. I mean, you would have to redesign the whole vehicle. Instead of having a center stack, you'd have the whole system right here in front of you at your fingertips.
And what would you see in it? Like augmented information about the street?
Well, it's really up to the OEM what you want to put in there. Obviously this, if it was parked, you could do this panoramic view. You could make this be your speedometer. You could have this be your video maybe. Of course, in the States, you really can't show video. But it's really entirely up to whatever the automotive manufacturer might want to do with so much real estate and display.
And if the regulators speed up the adoption of self-driving cars, that would be amazing. Like for you, that give you so much work.
Well, that's very true.
This
may not be the end of it, though, if that happens, because these types of displays might get very much bigger or different in size and different in shape in a truly future autonomous vehicle.
They could be, can you do rollable displays that just come in front of
We can't do it nowadays. I have to tell you that some of the display features you see for the future, you've got to keep in mind the automotive market is very, very robust, and we must have reliable displays for the future. So it's not quite as simple as consumers might think.
For automotive, you need to not be distracting the driver.
True.
You need to have a nice, issues with all the lights and the sun and everything.
Right. We also
reflecting badly on it or
yeah,
something.
that's a lot of challenges in the automotive. Comes from the sun and high ambient lighting conditions for the displays, as well as the wide temperature ranges that exist for the automotive market. And we have to typically test down to -40 up to almost boiling. So it's a very wide temperature range and has to suffice for 10 or 15 years.
And it has to be very accurate, the light sensor, right? So you adjust the brightness?
Well, maybe some of our Tier 1 customers would do the adjustment of the brightness. It really does depend. If you open up a moonroof on this bright sunny day, you're going to typically wash out a display unless it has a lot of high brightness to it.
And here, this is the same we saw before?
Yeah, that's the same one we had in the center stack, just a little bit easier actually to work with here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, So JDI is like the leader in Japanese displays, right?
Well,
You are the Japanese display.
we were
Japan
formed
display.
from Toshiba, Sony, and Hitachi back in 2012, April 1st. That was the merger of the three companies' display
Sony,
business.
Hitachi.
Sony, Hitachi, and Toshiba. So it's
Yep.
been 6 years that we've actually been in operation, and that's the combined technologies and manufacturing capabilities of the three companies. That not only exists in the automotive market for us, but all of our displays, smartphones, industrial, etc. But as far as the automotive market itself, it turns out that we have had strong position in it as both Toshiba and Sony and Hitachi as well, so that we do have the top share of the automotive market today in the world.
And one of the biggest things happening right now is the accelerating rate of new ideas, innovation, and that's
certainly.
that makes the display market really interesting for you, right?
Yeah, what's kind of interesting though, when you think about the vehicles that are in the field today, you know, if anything today was designed and conceptualized 3 years ago. So the automotive market lead time is so long. So although we're seeing things like this being suggested today, it's going to take us a good 3 to 4 years maybe to actually see that in vehicles on the road.
I can't try to imagine what's going on right now in the R&D for the next 3 years.
You can imagine, but I can't tell you.
It's probably amazing, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it is.
It really is. The automotive market.
So maybe I can check some of the other demos.
Certainly,
around
please.
here?
Yes.
So,
These are the industrial lineup we have. This is Biff.
Hey, how you doing?
So hi.
Yeah, this is our industrial line of LCD products from small to large. And what we specialize in is we specialize in long life products. Our industrial customers require 7, 10, 12 years of support. And that's what we provide in these standard, these are not customized, these are standard off the shelf products. Most all of them are very rugged in their design. For example, this particular LCD is 1,000 nits of brightness. It has 1,000 to 1 on its contrast ratio. It has a very solid 6 mounting bosses in the back of it that are metallic and they are threaded. So once this is mounted into a very industrial and rugged requirement, it's very stable in its mounting design. It's outdoor readable, and its life expectancy is at least 10 to 15 years.
10 to 15 years.
Yes, these and all of these products are rugged in their architecture. The temperature rating is -40 to +85, and the shock and vibe specification is automotive rated, and these all come with a 0 bright dot defect. We guarantee you
Zero what?
a 0 bright dot defect. We guarantee that these LCDs will not have a red dot stuck on, they won't have a green dot stuck on, and they will not have a bright dot on their optical characteristics.
Zero dead pixel.
No, 0 bright dot defect.
Bright dot defect.
We guarantee that there will be 0 bright dots. And then in addition to that, we offer a standard P cap with many of our LCDs. This has a P cap and a cover glass. This is a 10.1 inch wide UXGA. It's 1920 by 1200 in resolution. It's IPS technology, and it's 800 nits of brightness. And this particular LCD does have a standard P cap available with it. There's no NRE involved. And this is something that we can sell with or without the touch panel. Many of our LCDs have a standard P cap built into them. This is a brand new LCD. This is a 6.4 inch XGA. Its resolution is 1024 by 768, and it's a very high bright LCD. This is 1400 nits of brightness right out of the box. It is also IPS technology, so it can be used in either the portrait or the landscape orientation.
And what kind of product would use this? What kind of where would it go? Like in a
this is very popular.
Trains and ships and airplanes?
This is actually very popular in avionics applications, and they use it in the portrait mode in avionics applications. And
So
this
in
helps-
airplanes?
Yes, sir, in airplanes. This is where it's very popular. And then this LCD is a 7-inch full HD. It's 1920 by 1080 in resolution, and this is very popular in broadcast cameras, much like the one you're using right now. Most of our customers enjoy using this in broadcast applications. It is IPS. You can use it either portrait or landscape. 700 nits of brightness in a full industrial package. And this particular LCD, although it's full HD, it's going to be around for a good 5, 7, 10 years to come. we really focus on long life in our products.
So it could be some of these products that are external displays for camera operators.
Oh yes, sir. This is
Very
a
bright, outdoor viewable.
yeah. That's this one and the 10.1 wide UXGA are very popular in those applications.
Right.
So if you would like to upgrade your camera, we can make that happen for you.
Definitely, that sounds awesome. I'd like to have that. And then right here, some more 8-inch.
Yes, sir. This is an 8-inch high resolution in an industrial application. It's 1280 by 768. It is 900 nits of brightness. Very durable, industrial grade specification. And then this is a brand new LCD that we're offering in the industrial sector. This is a 4K 2K, very high resolution. It's 3840 by 2160. And this is one that we're introducing as a brand new product here at the show this week.
Small bezel.
Very small bezel.
And durable?
And we're building it in an industrial package. Now, this one is still in the final stages of its development. All of the other ones I've shown you are in full production, and we're available to work with new programs on all of these today.
Nice. And you have some more display demos over here?
I'm going to bring you over around here.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot.
You get it. Thank you.
I'm going to show you some of our new technologies that we're working on. So in this one is a highly transparent display that actually has a transmittance of 80%. We don't have a color filter on it. We do not have a polarizer. Strictly through the light is thrown through the glass and displayed in the image out to our eyes.
No color filter, no polarizer.
Right, correct.
So how does it work?
It works with sequential RGB LED lighting and scattering and dispersion of the light image through the panel out to our eyes.
So does the effect seem to be some kind of what could it be? What kind of application could this be?
Again, I want to
mirrors, maybe.
I want to speak to you that again. This is an R&D effort, so at the moment it's small prototype in that sense. But what it could be, you may be able to take, for example, what is showing in the poster. Just sort of a display in front of something else. That's one thing that could be done. It could also be, if you're thinking about windows, maybe you're in a car and you're looking through the car window, but you instead see your map of direction on the window, or put that into a train or something like that. Something, again, even with the retail world again, where you'd have some sort of product behind something you're trying to specify, oh, this one's on sale or something like that. Again, you could highlight with a display something that's behind it.
It's possible you can make it much bigger?
It's potentially possible.
Potentially.
It's very difficult to actually to go for.
You need a system to drive somehow the thing.
Potentially the issues in making it bigger come into play and making it very uniform in the producibility of it. So it certainly has.
And both sides is okay?
Yeah. I mean,
you can do from one side and the other, and it would be as bright and everything.
Yeah, you're getting the backside, but of course, it is an R&D effort at this moment.
Right.
Yeah. Secondly, actually, it might be better to move over to this one first.
Yeah.
This is a 17-inch display, which is 8K. We've introduced this one before. This one, though, has a light field effect where you can. I'm hoping you're catching it. As you move from left to right, you're going to see different images come into play. Different sides of the same image.
So is that like a hologram?
Kind of like it with the light field, yeah, because we have so many images behind this display, basically about 69, I think the number is. And we're showing them.
What do you say, 769? 769?
No, 69.
69?
Various views of the same image. But this one is static. You see, we're just showing you static images in this one. If you move to your left, you see the same display showing a movie. A real life movie.
I'm walking around her.
I think it's very hard for you to actually capture what's happening in that particular movie.
But does that work with one eye and two eyes? It's not a
well, you notice we
stereoscopic.
don't have any glasses on, and it's all through the images that we're processing real time, 60 frames per second. Many images in real time that your eyes can see. It's the first time we've shown something like that.
The feeling is like you walking around her, right?
Yeah, isn't it? Didn't you feel that way? It was very natural and lifelike, wasn't it?
And so it's really hard to do? It's not something that you can have commercialized very soon?
No, at this moment, no. It's really just, again, an R&D prototype working in the field application area with a lot of bandwidth and processing power.
There's a lot of processing in there.
A lot of processing. Very many. There's many,
I don't know if it's full HD, but it's like...
Well, it's 8K.
8K per image, and there's 68 of them.
Yeah, 69.
69 times 8K.
Right,
at the same
plus
time.
60 times per second. That's a lot of processing.
That's a lot of bandwidth. All right, maybe.
No, I have
Maybe,
it wrong.
maybe not that much.
1/69th of 8K.
Ah,
8K is the total.
the total.
You have to divide.
Oh,
Divide.
yeah.
Okay.
I made that.
Yeah, no problem. So, but I mean, it looks really clear, anyways.
Yeah.
So, but thanks to the 8K,
I have it
you can
wrong.
have it.
Yeah, because of the
yeah.
8K, we can divide it into multiple images. That's right.
All right. Okay. And what's on this one?
Well, we have, as you've seen, the one display with the field system. This is a static image again of a real normal backlight on an 8K display, 17-inch. We had shown this, I think it was 2 years ago during SAD when we won Best in Show award for this particular display. It's going to be used in the broadcast industry for 8K. But this one is a new version of it, which we're working on to enhance the color. BT 2020 color gamut. We achieved 97% of that color space. And there's a few different color bars that'll come up. I think right here, maybe you can capture them both. When you capture them both, you can see how different the blue is, the red is, yellow, etc.
Is it using quantum dot or?
No, it's using red, green, and blue lasers for backlighting.
So, this size 8K is you broadcasting. You say so like the control room where they're going to do 8K.
Right, like a broadcast monitor, right? In the sense that the 4K resolution for the Tokyo Olympics is coming towards 8K, and so they need a broadcast monitor. If it's not going to be this one, it'll be this one over here.
It's one of the highest pixel densities, right?
Right.
In the world.
Right. Put an 8K into a 17-inch. Very true.
Nice. All right.
Now, if I can move you around to another side.
Yeah.
These are some more products we really have. Here's something that we showed at a recent retail show. This is electronic shelf labeling. Oh, maybe come over here for a moment. Oh, keep moving around.
Okay.
Sorry about that. These are electronic shelf labels in this size here. So,
Is it e-ink?
it's e-ink based. We have a collaboration with e-ink that we've announced in the past. And this is, though, to become one of our products. So right now, because of e-ink, it's kind of a bistable product. It's very
Nice.
low power consumption when it's in its fixed mode. It can be refreshed, as this will show you, in that, if it was a sale event and you wanted to change your prices overnight, you could do that or change them in the morning.
I
This
think
is
it'd be
just a
great
refresh.
if it refreshed the price for every customer coming in.
I was thinking about the same thing, but what would you do if you wanted to give customer A a price and customer B a price, but they're looking at the same display?
Yeah, that's the problem. Then you would have to follow the guy that is a frequent shopper.
Yeah.
And you could follow him around and get the same prices.
Right,
Maybe.
maybe that, or maybe you could have a special say at 5 p.m. You're not selling out your produce, your lettuce. You could change the price of lettuce by 20% and go sell it out.
It's a beautiful red and a beautiful yellow. It's like a very. This is the type of e-ink that has a very colorful
there's a very
third
limited
color, right?
spectrum typically with the e-ink
Yeah.
technology, but this with the red pop really, I think, would work in a great retail environment like this.
Do you have many of them selling already?
Well, we've just really introduced it. I think it was a show in February, so it's just beginning. I understand from our industrial team there's quite a bit of interest.
This could be quickly selling in the many millions, right?
It could be very large. These monitors here, we have a presence in the high-end medical market, and these are radiology market monitors. What we've done here differently is that we've introduced the low-temperature polysilicon technology into these. I think you may know that low-temperature polysilicon gives us potential to do high-density displays, also to make narrower borders. So that's one thing that the doctors and radiologists really had hoped for, is when you can put these together side by side, and lower power, because these generate large size. There's a bit of heat, so anything with power savings is always good as well.
So
Color
IPS
and
Neo.
monochrome. Yes. What IPS Neo is a type of technology. IPS is in-plane switching, and we'd have introduced that years and years ago. But the IPS Neo, meaning new, we've introduced a while ago. It gives us very wide viewing angles, color uniformity that's all around the same. Maybe you can pick it up as you look at these. I know you're coming back left and right. You don't really see any image shift, any color shift, any viewing angle changes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's our IPS Neo
So
technology.
the doctors and surgeons are having a very nice time with your products.
Well, it's true, but remember, keep in mind, this used to be film, and the radiologists are so careful because this is a person's life at stake, potentially.
And you can see all the details that are required. There's no issues.
Right.
You're not going to see something that's not there or something.
Right, and that's a false positive that you don't want to have happen. Scare somebody that they may have a tumor? I mean, that's not good.
Yeah.
So it has to be just that way.
When it's just a dead pixel. Oh, it's not. There's no dead pixel.
Right.
Okay. There's no dead pixel.
So,
all right.
Show you a little bit more in the front.
Yeah.
I want to bring you out to what we do for smartphone mobile applications.
So how big is a JDI in the smartphone business?
Oh, very large. We are the largest LTPS color smartphone provider for displays.
Because LTPS is the main standard for smartphones, right?
Right, because of the high pixel density. It's over 500 pixels per inch typically. I wanted to point out to you what happened last year. We introduced the full active line last year. We had a similar graphic and things, but at the time when we introduced it, the concept being that we would have a very narrow border and almost no border where the driver is connected. Well, this driver is really not here, and it's a flex cable attached to the glass driver on the backside. So what we can then do is really make the entire glass become the display.
I want this phone so bad.
Thank you.
Right? I mean, when people do these notches up here, I think they should, as you have a kind of like a curved corner, I think you could put the camera in the corner.
Well, it's true. I mean, we could do more with the corner if our customer wished that to be done. And it's true. This one is a little bit different from the other. It's got curved and cornered notches in the corner. This one actually is in production. If you catch the left side, our customer is Xiaomi.
That's the coolest one.
Yeah, they use this one. We've seen this trend really happen in the market. As I said, it was introduced last year, and this wide aspect ratio, 18:9, has just popped into the
They put the camera down here, and you just flip the phone. But I think you could maybe even have it in the corner. Maybe. Yeah. We'll see.
One other difference in these two displays. This one is also in production. Similar technology, again, full active, but you'll pick this one up as 538 pixels, so it's a higher resolution. This one doesn't have the corner cut, but it could, you know, if so wished.
Yeah. This is straight corners.
Yeah, this is straight. But I want
Are
you
there
to
any
think,
products with this yet? Or?
Yes, definitely so. Both of these are.
Oh, HTC U11.
HTC, right. Think about though, is you know, with English characters, we don't quite have the need for such high density displays as indeed the people in Japan do or people in China do with their types of writing styles. I know that these would work very well, extremely crisp kanji characters and such for Chinese market, Japanese market. Absolutely so.
So many characters, you mean like in the keyboards or?
No, I mean when you're trying to display something that's very fine in detail. You can see right here.
Better.
You can see right here. I mean, you can even, oh, we just missed it. You can see the numbers in those calendars. They're fine for us. But think about then our colleagues in Asia who use, you know, symbols and characters. They need this high density.
It's amazing. Do you have one of those phones?
I do not.
Not yet, right?
No,
but they're totally available. The U11 and the Mi Mix 2.
Yes.
So you're making the best full active.
Well, we started it. Right? We started it. We started the trend. Many people followed us. That's true.
Right.
Thank you.
And here you have some more full active.
Yeah, this is an idea if they were tiled together. I mean, again with the narrow borders. This is a conceptual idea. No phone that I know of has that.
You can have a huge game. Here, this is the phone of the future right here. Zero bezel. Zero. It's totally arriving.
Finally, I'd like to show you this as well too. You know, with again the smartphones being a very sensitive market to battery power consumption lifetime. Anytime we can reduce power in our displays is very beneficial for our customers. So 15 hertz refresh rate would do that, but if very slow refresh rate, you're going to get flicker that you can actually maybe see with the camera. I'm not sure you're picking it up. But to counter that, we have to go through special technology, special electronics, as well as special liquid crystal material and design in order to be able to counter that and be able to offer 15 hertz. And there you can see, I think, no image degradation at all.
So you do variable frame rates? Or what does it mean?
The customer could do 15 or 60. Typically, they would tend to do something like 15 to be able to save that power.
So you do 15 when nothing happens, and then you go up to 60 when there's a video or something, or an animation?
No, it's really up to the customer. We're trying to show that 15 is able to be done with really no image degradation to save the power.
Nice, even in animations and everything.
Sure.
So that means you'd be able to like double the battery life, or what is it going to do?
Well, not always that. I mean, there's a lot of other components in a smartphone that consume
The
power
backlight
too.
is a
The
big.
backlight's a large one. This is particularly so for the display panel itself. So there's still backlight power to be done. Yeah. And lastly, we're showing an OLED here. This is a prototype, a development product. We're not in production yet on OLED. That's what this one is, a plastic substrate OLED.
Are you working with the IGZO?
No, I cannot comment
Not yet.
on that this time.
Maybe.
I can't comment.
All right, but so right now you're the leader in LTPS, which is the standard.
Yeah, we have low temperature polysilicon capability. We've had it for years and years, and as said, JDI, Sony, and Hitachi, all of us did. It's been, I know my history is back about 20 years in low temperature polysilicon at least. We're definitely the leader in LTPS.
So it's been a great show here, the SID.
Oh, it's
Display
been a
Week.
wonderful show, and I'm so glad you came by as well. This show has been such a great thing for the industry. I know I've attended it now, I think this is my 30th year.
30th.
Yes.
Whoa.
And it's been amazing. You know, I covered CRTs back in the day, and what do we have now? All these LCDs that do all this phenomenal work.
And you even have more staff
Yeah,
over
we're
here.
kind of crowded right now. We've got so many things.
All right. Thanks a lot. So looking forward
appreciate
to the next year.
Yeah,
It's going to
see
be
you in San Jose.
It's great. Okay.